Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. Tonight, we're going to be doing a fun project. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you may have seen me do this reindeer parking glass block and my porch leaner door tag. So I'm going to show you tonight how easy it is to redesign some projects with Chalk Couture. But first, once you hop on, tell me hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. I am in central Kansas in a town called Salina. So welcome. I also want to let you know that I am live in 3 different locations this evening. I'm live on my Facebook business page. I am live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my private Facebook group, the Robin's Egg Blue Creations Crafty Collab. And I tell you that because I just want to let you know, if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that viewer may be watching and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching from my private Facebook group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your profile name by clicking the link in the description of the video, that would be great. That way you show up in my comments as your profile name instead of Facebook user. If you show up as Facebook user, I don't know who to say hi to. So again, welcome. Say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. I also see that Chris is watching. Hello. I think that is it. So let's change my view. And I had and I see that Amanda is on. Hello, Amanda. And I don't know if Oliver and Thea may be watching with her, but hello if they are. And speaking of Oliver, he was a viewer that requested that he likes to see my face while I am crafting. So tonight this view is for him. So with that, we'll get started. So I am redesigning this glass block. It does have lights in it. And I've actually, it's probably about the 5th or 6th time that I have redesigned it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to actually take the bow off. And I'm going to spray it down with some water while we are chit-chatting. And then I also have this project, and it is from my porch leaner that if you saw in the beginning full shot, it is actually back that way in the corner. So when we are done with the door tag, I can pop it back on my porch leaner and show that to you. Right now, I got to figure out how in the world did I put this bow on. So let's take this bow off while the other one is, I don't really need that either. Well, the other one is soaking. It does help to, this paste scrapes a little easier once it's sat for a little bit. I see that Bonita has hopped on. Hello, Bonita. Amanda says that yes, Oliver and Thea are watching. Hey, Oliver. Hey, Thea. Okay, so we have that tag off. So I'll go ahead and let's spray this down and let it get to soaking. So Chalk Couture Chalkology paste goes on wet. It dries hard to the touch, but it is also water soluble, meaning that on most surfaces like glass, metal, chalkboard, most chalkboards, some chalkboards it may leave a little bit of shadowing, but glass, metal chalkboards, the chalk paste is completely removable and you can redesign on those surfaces. Other porous materials like wood, fabric, mostly wood, painted surfaces, you'll notice that the chalk paste will stain. Those can be reused, but you would have to sand that wood surface down and repaint it and start over. But the cool thing about glass, metal, and most surfaces is it comes off easy peasy, just like that. So the concept behind Chalk Couture was that you invest in some really nice surfaces that you can leave up all of the time, but you can redesign them with chalk paste and silkscreen transfers, and all you have to store are the pastes and the transfers. So just like that, this one is ready to go. And I just have some iridescent paper shred, and I have some white paper shred to help my lights kind of reflect a little better, and it kind of helps hide all those light cords. Wipe that off. Otherwise, I'll end up wearing it. Okay, so let's get to our tag. So did everyone have a great weekend? Did anyone do anything fun? And you don't have to have this handy dandy paste scraper. You could use a credit card, or if you have a one of the Cricut scrapers. If you have one of those little brown Pampered Chef scrapers that goes with the stoneware, those would probably work great too. And honestly, just a dish rag and a paper towel work. You don't necessarily have to scrape it off, but it certainly makes removing the paste faster. I should probably be using a dish rag so I don't waste so many paper towels. Is everybody staying healthy? Okay, so these are finished and they are ready to go. Okay, so those are ready to redesign. Quick, easy, fast, just like that. Put some of these away. Get them out of the way. So we are going to be using this, the transfer called Burr It's Cold Outside. It's an 8.5 by 11 size B transfer. These are $14.99. They are available in my Chalk site online. I'm just trying to decide. I think I'll use the whole thing. And I have I do have a cart link for all of the supplies listed in the description of the video, but I punted on the colors that I put in the cart link. So you can, if you do happen to look at the cart link, you can delete those colors and put in any colors that you choose. So I'm not for sure what I want to do. I do have these ribbons, so I'm trying to match colors with these ribbons. Jason says staying healthy, knock on wood. Yes, staying healthy, knock on wood. So I'm just trying to figure out what colors I want to do. I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do the same design on both surfaces, but on the tag I can add in some snowflakes like around the edges. So I was going to borrow the snowflakes from the Hello Winter and maybe 2 of the smaller snowflakes from the snowflake cutout patterns. So I have pulled Shadow Frost, Black Velvet. I thought about maybe doing a shadow with Black Velvet. I have Bright White. It is currently sold out in the 3-ounce jars and the paste singles. I have Candy Apple Red and I have Couture Teal. So I'm just trying to figure out what colors I should do. think I just figured out. So I think, these could either be construed as hearts or leaves. So I may, like kind of Scandinavian hearts. So I may do these red. And I might do these couture teal, and then maybe all of this white. What about blue? Well, I had pulled out Ocean Mist, but it doesn't match the blue in my ribbon. Couture teal really doesn't either. It's a little too green, but it matches better than any of my blues do. And you know, I'm terrible at mixing colors. It always ends up poop brown if I try to mix colors. Okay, I think I have a plan. I could also, I just don't know how Shimmer Frost would look because it's more transparent. I don't know how well it works on glass. I have to get a different white. Pour whites. They're all dried up. So, pull out my new one. Okay, so we have white. We'll do couture teal. Yep. This is an old aquamarine. I just don't know if I can revive it. It's actually, I wonder what would happen if we mixed a little colonial blue with teal. Would we still get puke brown? Let's give it a whirl. You guys should bet and see, and to see if this does turn out to be puke brown. Let's just do a little color mixing, just a tiny bit. See what happens. Definitely on the right track. Bonita says, what if you just dilute the colonial blue with white? It'll just make it a lighter version of colonial blue. Let's see what this does. Kind of on the right track this way. It at least tones down the green tint. Now the question will be if I made enough. So yeah, it definitely, it's hard to catch on camera, but it's definitely a bit more of a blue. It'll pass. Okay. So let's move these out of the way. Okay, so And then we'll open the red. I probably need to add some water to that. If you have any of the old pastes and they dry up from time to time or get thick, you just need to add some distilled water. Same thing if you happen to have a paste packet that's gotten a little, that's firmed up a little bit, you just need to add some distilled water. You could add regular water, but if you keep it for a long period of time, you may start to grow things. That's why they recommend distilled water. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Sorry about that. I think we are ready to go. Okie doke. So these are the reusable silkscreen transfers. They are reusable about 8 to 10 times depending on how well you take care of them. So because they are reusable, I want to write on the back of the transfer that this backer sheet belongs to the burr transfer and that this is the back side. So when I'm done cleaning it and I'm ready to put it away, I know to put the transfer back on this side and that it goes with this backer sheet. And the next thing we want to do is, because we are working with glass, we want to make sure we fuzz multiple times, because it doesn't matter how many times you fuzz when you're working with glass, it will inevitably stick and will be really hard to get off. And you don't want to distort or stretch your transfer as you're pulling it off. So we're going to fuzz quite a bit. You can use any terry cloth towel. You could use your shirt. You could use your pant leg. You could use throw pillow on the couch. Do it a couple more times because I want to get, because you will notice when I go to pull this off, it'll still be really sticky. Okay. Okay, so I kind of want to find my center, so I'm just lining up this design because it's symmetrical. And I just pinched it, so now I know that this little pinch right here is my middle. But then I'm just eyeballing it. Trying to make sure part of it will hang off, it looks like. Oh, let's see. It's super sticky. Okay. I'm going to adjust it just a bit and let that R hang off a little more. But I don't. That's pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish it down. Make sure I get all of the air bubbles out that may be in the silk screen area. Okay, and because I have a mixture of new and old paste, I'm going to do the paste and pull method where I go in sections and I paste a little bit and then I'm going to pull it up and then I'll paste a little bit, pull it up, paste a little bit, pull it up. Mainly because I don't want my red mainly paste to dry out. Okay. So I'm going to use the multi-tool just because I want it to be able to get into here easily and not mess up, because I'm combining red and turquoise right there. I'm just going to come along just dipping my squeegee into the chalk paste and just dragging it along that silkscreen material. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm kind of taking off the excess and smoothing out my lines while I'm at it. And then I'm going to grab another multi-tool and dip it into the color that we made. And I'm going to try to grab the excess without pulling up a lot of the red, because I can reuse that. So then I'm going to pull this section up. Ooh. So there we go. I'm going to get my dryer out. And you'll notice I fuzzed. Oh, I see there's a hair right there. I fuzzed quite a bit, but it's still stuck. I messed up my heart just a little bit. Okay. There. So when you're working with glass, fuzz a lot and then fuzz some more. While you're watching, if you wouldn't mind tagging some of your crafty friends, spreading some of the chalk love around, mash that heart button. Drag some of the red across here. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that this is adhered and burnished well. I'm going to put my lid I'm just going to rest it on my red. That way it doesn't dry out. Okay, so I'm going to grab white, and my apologies, it is sold out online, but I'm going to use it anyway. So I'm just grabbing another squeegee, dipping it into the chalk paste, and I'm going to just drag it down the silk screen area. So now I'm just going to even out my chalk paste lines, my squeegee lines. I'm going to put the excess back in the jar. And then we can pull that area up. And I'm going to try to pull up straight towards the ceiling. That way I don't curl up my transfer. Okay, so let's dry that. Okay, so I'm just going to gently lay the transfer back down. It doesn't have to be adhered. I just want to make sure like this little point is stuck back down. But the rest of this can just kind of hang out. Okay, so I'm going to get my multi-tool back out. And I'm just going to finish these down here. I'm smoothing out my squeegee lines. I'm going to put the extra back in. I'm going to grab some of this mixed up color. And I'm going to do this little snowflake. Okay, put that back in a little color tray because I can use it for the door tag. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm going to put this in the water over here so I can get it cleaned and we can use it again. So this is what we have. Looks really cute. It's very, very Scandinavian until we put on our ribbon. So I'm just going to set that to the side. Move this out of the way. We're going to wash the transfer really quick so we can get it drying so that we can use it for the tag. I'm just going to put the lids on so that I don't get all sorts of gunk everywhere. See if I can play the balancing game here. Okay, so I just have a bucket of water, not a bucket of chicken. Sorry, that's an inside joke. I don't know if you've ever seen the commercial that the little girl that says, "I want a bucket of chicken." We say that a lot. Okay, so you can use kitchen sink, utility sink, bathroom sink, bathtub, shower, or just a tub like this. Just any kind of water source. And then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to grab a board eraser. Thanks, Jason. And I highly recommend anytime you place an order to go ahead and add 1 or 2 packages of board erasers to your order because you can never have enough. They come in a 2-pack for $2.99. They work great for your boards. They also work great on the front side of your transfers. So I'm just going along the front side. And you'll notice it got most of that paste off. And you might also notice like up here, there's a little bit of staining. As long as it's just the green portion of the transfer or the teal portion that's stained, you're good. If your silk screen is stained, that means you need to do a little bit more cleaning. And I always hold on one side. It doesn't matter which direction I go. I usually will hold on to one side so that it doesn't stretch. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to grab a disinfecting wipe. And it doesn't matter what brand. You just don't want to use baby wipes because those tend to have lotions in them and they won't work. They'll actually de-sticky your transfer. So then I just take a disinfecting wipe to the back, and that's going to get a lot of that lint that we put on. It's going to get a lot of that off. And all of these dog hairs, Luna, I seem to have a lot of dog hairs in my, when I fuzz. And I think this also kind of helps to dry it because it will wick a lot of that water away. Okay, and normally you can let it sit sticky side up for about 5 or 10 minutes to dry and then put it back on its backer sheet. Usually when I'm done cleaning, I just put them straight on their backer sheet. But because we're going to do this again, the back side of your fuzz towel is a microfiber towel. Luna says it wasn't her. Well, it was her. The back side of your fuzz towel is a microfiber towel, and it's going to help to dry your transfers and to dry your boards. So we're just going to let that sit for a little bit. It won't take long. And while we're doing that, we can get started on we can at least get started on the bow. I don't know if you'll notice, I do have 2 battery packs taped just with clear packing tape to the top side, but I use the bow as kind of a disguise to cover all that up. So I'm just going to take let's be different and use some tulle because I have 2 of these to use up, so I might as well use it. So I think I'm going to take the tulle. Yep, I'm going to take the tulle and I'm going to wrap it around several times, just mainly because tulle is kind of sheer. Is that going to work? Oh, we'll go with it. So I've got it wrapped around like 3 times. So I'm going to get my scissors out. And I'm just going to cut it off right here. Okay. So then tie a knot. Oh my. What happened? Oh, it must have came off. There. Much better. Okay, so I'm just going to tie a knot up here. I'm going to hold that down. And then to kind of keep all the strands together, I'm going to take one end and do it underneath, and I'm going to take the other end and go opposite. That kind of helps keep all those strands together. Okay, so then I've got some extra. Let's just borrow that. That out of the way. So I'm just going to borrow the kind of these burlap ribbons as kind of a base, because I like to kind of have a wider base to my bow. Should have just left those together. Then we're going to cut. These are not my favorite scissors. I tried to get used to these squeeze scissors, but I don't like them. Let's get this pair. I'm just cutting off 2 pieces of each of this ribbon. To make my little kind of the messy bow. Oops. I love this. It has little snowflakes in it. Super cute. And then one last one. These are very non-traditional winter. Actually, it's Christmas ribbon, but I think it works for winter, especially the snowflakes. So it's very untraditional for Christmas and winter, but I like it. Okay. So I'll just use my small, and actually let me get out my bow dabra. Should have gotten that out already, because this will help hold all my ribbons in. And I'm going to do it upside down, meaning I'm going to put my, we'll do it right ways up. So I'm just using my bow dabber to kind of help hold everything. It's just a little easier for me. Actually, let's put that on the bottom. And then we'll eventually fluff everything when we're done. Okay, so I think I want to let's do the bold red dots first. And then we'll do this. Do the stripes. It doesn't really matter because you can bend and fold your ribbons afterward wherever you want. Okay. Do I want this or twisty tie? I think I'll use a twisty tie just because there's so many ribbons. Okay, so I'm just going to pull those out. Try to keep a hold of them. And I'm not going to pull it all the way tight yet, because I want to make sure that my ribbons are kind of wear, and I'm still going to have to fluff after this, but I just want to make sure that I can get everything moved around. Okay, so now I'm going to bend it, or I'm going to pull it super tight. I think I'll do it. That way. That is super tight. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of bend and fluff. I'm also going to angle cut all of these once I'm done, once I've got them all pulled. And if you kind of put your finger in it like that, it kind of mimics a loop, in my opinion. Oops, let's pull that there. Pull that one down. Okay, so now let's angle cut all of these. There, that looks a lot better. And I kind of cut the top one a little shorter than I do the rest. Just kind of helps with scale and then you just kind of have to keep fluffing until you get it to where you want it. And then I'm going to cut the back off of this. Get all of this out of the way. And then we will tie it. I think I'm going to I'm just going to use these to tie around the middle to kind of help hide my zip tie. A little bit. Of course, totally smashing my bow, but okay. So now we'll bring our glass block back. We can tie this on. Will also kind of help hide that twisty tie. Gonna floof that out. And there is our glass block, big bow and all. So there's that. So let's move that out of the way. And then I believe that our transfer is completely dry. So we will do that all over again. Whoops. A little bit wrinkled. think it'll need fuzz. Okay. So let's move some of this out of the way. Let's pull in our snowflakes. Jason says that's awesome. Love the colors. You know me, I love red and teal together. Okay, so let's bring in the snowflakes. Oh, I already have cut those apart. So I used part of this a week or two ago, but I didn't use the whole thing. So I do need to fuzz these. And I think to keep with the whole red and teal motif, so I can keep using the same ribbon, I'm going to use I think I might use a mixture, a few teal snowflakes and maybe a few shimmer frost flakes. And I want this one to kind of hang off the edge a bit. It'll probably be peeking under the bow. Let's use this up first. I'm just going to grab a mini squeegee and pick up some of that paste and drag it across the silkscreen material. And the cool thing is I can, as long as I get a good scrape, I can put this transfer back down a couple of times before I have to wash it. And it works really well on smaller transfers. I wouldn't probably do it with any of the larger ones. But if you're working with small details like this, you can do it usually 2 or 3 times. We'll do one clear up here. Nope. Let's do a full one. And then once we lay down our main transfer, then I may come in with some of these smaller snowflakes. Maybe in the shimmer frost. Love that color. Okay, let's dry those. I hope I left enough room. If not, I can go over a little bit. Okay, let's pull this transfer back in. Kind of mangled it. I don't think I'm going to use the accents on this, but I definitely want the words. And I'm going to put it more towards the bottom of the tag. And I'm just trying to find, Jason says, those are sharp. Thanks. So I'm just going to burnish this down. Just the words. I'm not going to touch this. In fact, let's pull out another backer sheet to cover that up. Because I don't want this part of the transfer to stick where my snowflake is. So I'm just going to burnish down the words. Let's pull our white back out. Got another YouTube troll. Well, he won't go away. There. He went away. Dane's home. Okay, so I'm just dipping my squeegee in my chalk paste. And so I'm just going to do the words, the text. I'm just doing it in bright white, and my apologies. Bright white is currently sold out. I don't imagine it'll stay sold out for long, but it's hard to say. Just kind of keep watching my Facebook page because I usually put restock alerts up, and typically restocks are on Thursdays. I think I have a lot of air bubbles in here. So we will see. So I'm going to pull it up kind of slowly to see what I've got going on. Looked like I had quite a few bubbles, but so far so good. Okay, so let's stick that in the water. And you may have heard some, and it isn't recommended to keep your transfers in water very long, but 5 or 10 minutes I don't think hurts much. I just don't like, we'll fix that. I just don't like for my paste to sit on my transfers and dry. That makes it, I think it makes it harder to clean. So I kind of have a boo-boo right here. So I'll show you how we can fix that. Okay. So I've got, I don't know if you can see, I've got a slight boo-boo there where I don't even know what happened. So I'm just going to take a little bit of water, and I've got a Q-tip here. And after, you don't want to do this when it's wet. You should probably wait until it's dry. Otherwise, you'll end up with a big mess. Let me get in here and fix that. And then I'm using this dry end just to kind of dry off that area a bit. Okay, so let's go in. Make sure that's dry. And you can see that I fixed it. That is the joy of chalkboards and glass, is that if you mess up on something, you can totally wipe it away and redo it. Okay, so we're going to do a few of these other snowflakes, but I think I'm going to do them in the, or should I just use up this color? I kind of like this color. Let's use up what we can. It's starting to dry out. Might as well use it up. Oops, I didn't fuzz that, but it should be okay. So again, with smaller detailed designs like this, I can pull it up and put it back down. Hang this one off a little bit. Put that one away. We'll get this little one out. We'll fill in some of the blanks or the empty spots. There we go. So then let's put that one down right there. There's going to be lots of snowflakes. Might be too many, but oh well. I have paste to use up. Dane's home. Let's put one up here. Can y'all hear my chair squeaking? That's probably plenty. It's getting to be overkill. Okay. And I won't put a bow on this one on camera just because you've seen me make a bow, but it's going to be very similar to the one that I did for the glass block. But let's dry this. It's slightly crooked, but where'd my Q-tip go? Was I must have thrown it away. Okay, let's dry this. And then I will pull out my porch cleaner and we'll stick this back on. Okay, so here's what this one looks like. Oops, got that a little too close. Okay, so now let's go. Let me go grab my porch cleaner and we will stick it on. Hopefully I won't. So here's what my porch cleaner looks like. It is roughly 5 feet, but it's the Welcome Porch Cleaner. And I just have this chalkboard tag on command strips so that I can easily remove it when I want to change out the design. So it just snaps, literally snaps on. Well, if I get it on, I don't quite have it on correctly, but there is my porch cleaner. So I can add a bow, so I can change it out for every season and every holiday. And I can, if you want to make your own, I could certainly show you how to make your own, or if you would like to custom order your own, I could make the board for you. I could even help you. You could bring the tag back whenever I have classes and you could redo the tag. Or I could redo the tag for you. So lots of ways to get a custom porch sign. I just like the fact that I can change it out for the holidays and the seasons. Then I only just have to have one board and I can change it out. And real quick, while I have you on, if you've been watching over the last week, I've been talking about the Creative Kickstart. So I have my Creative Kickstart, and I wanted to show you what they look like in person. So you can see my messy desk in all of its glory. So here's one transfer. It's called Every Day is a Fresh Start. And you can purchase these little felt floral add-ons to go with it. Or you can have your lovely Robin's Egg Blue Creations Chalk Couture designer make you some of her very own felt floral embellishments. But this does come with, or you can purchase felt designs, embellishments. So it comes with leaves, comes with 2 leaves, 4 leaves, 2 flowers, and a bunch of sticky dots. So you can add these to your projects. This one is the one I'm excited about. This one is called Feels Like Sunshine. So it's this really cute kind of boho rainbow. And inside the rainbow, it says, stay close to people who feel like sunshine. You can also add something beautiful is on the horizon. And it goes with these. And I originally thought these were felt, but they are wood accent pieces that you can chalk. These are so cute. So you've got your outside rainbow cutout piece, you have your inside, your middle piece, and then you have your inside pieces. So you can stain these, you can paint them, you can chalk over them, you can add magnets and put them on one of the magnetic Aiden boards. Excuse me. You can also not use the wood cutouts and use this super cute transfer on like a canvas banner, a canvas tote bag. They are super cute and they are available from now until the 31st or as supplies last. They are available retail for retail price. So the transfers would be $14.99 a piece. I don't know how much the embellishments are. So you can purchase them retail, but you can also earn them for free. So if you spend $60, then you get the Feels Like Sunshine transfer, which is the rainbow. If you spend $75, you get the Feels Like Sunshine transfer plus the Fresh Start transfer. If you spend $90, then you get both the transfer and the rainbow and florals add-ons for free. And a good way to earn those products for free is to purchase any of the re-released Kickstart designs from past years. And I have used all of those except for the 2 on the right side. I don't have those. But customers can get those at 20% off right now. Club members can get those for 50% off. So those do count towards earning these Kickstarter transfers for free. So if you have any interest in those, let me know and I can help you get checked out. Let's go back to here. So, anybody have any questions? Jason said the tag looks amazing. Thank you. I'll just add another bow to it and that one will be done. But the Kickstart products are available on my Chalk site at chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. But all of the information is available through the link, Smart Bio link, that is also in the description of the video. That'll take you to my Chalk site. That'll take you to my personal website. That'll give you information about joining Club Couture, which I didn't even talk about tonight. It'll, I don't remember where else. You can get information about my private Facebook group, the Crafty Collab. So check out those links. But I also wanted to show you what this looks like with the lights on. We'll have them blink. So I will be live again on Wednesday evening at 7:45 Central Time. I do thank you for tuning in this evening. Your support is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to tag any crafty friends, spread the crafty love across Facebook or YouTube. Hit that like button, hit that heart button, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.